Please welcome to the stage LeClair Boone, Hope Shurba, Dahntay Choate, and Tonya Ellison.
Many thanks to Governor Cooper for warming us up, warming the crowd up for us. This should be a breeze. And what an honor to follow his remarks and to be standing in front of you all today to tell you about NC Tech Pass. My name is LeClair Boone, and I serve as Talent Development Manager for NC Tech Pass. How many of you have worked from home or some other location since the start of the pandemic in March 2022? I'm sure that's most of us. The pandemic accelerated the adoption of remote work and hybrid work arrangements. It sparked a paradigm shift in how organizations are approaching the war for talent, especially in technology jobs. Companies are now looking beyond the typical talent pipelines. They're starting to engage populations that have historically been left out of the booming tech industry. Rural workers make up 15% of our national workforce, but just 5% of tech employment. Rural communities represent an untapped pipeline of tech talent. NC Tech Pass was launched publicly in January 2022 alongside Wilkes Community College to connect our rural neighbors in Northwest North Carolina to good-paying jobs in technology. Our vision is to establish Northwest North Carolina, with Wilkes County as its epicenter, as a nationally recognized hub for rural tech workers. We want to build a roadmap for other rural communities in North Carolina and across the country to tap into the digital economy. We work in tangent with Wilkes Community College. We are part of a national innovation network through the Center on Rural Innovation, and our program is made possible through anchor funding provided by the Leonard G. Herring Family Foundation. We recruit students into the college's programs, ranging from 12-week boot camps offered in partnership with one of our well-established technical training partners per Scholas, to 2-year degrees, to 2+2 4-year degrees offered in partnership with university partners. We support students with living stipends, laptops, and professional coaching. Then, we place graduates into jobs in technology that can be done from their home county. Thus our motto, live, train, remain. We have a network of employer partners looking to fill critical gaps in their supply of tech talent in fields such as IT support, network management, software engineering, and cybersecurity. In our first year, we have proven that rural tech talent pipeline is viable. To date, we have a 90% job placement rate for our graduates. The majority of our students came into the program earning around $30,000 a year, and the jobs they obtained through the program ranged in pay from $47,000 to $92,000 a year. So most have seen over 70% growth in their earnings within about a 6-month period. Who in the room would like a 70% salary increase? Perhaps the most exciting is the diversity of the students we serve. Almost half of our students are female, which is about double the technology industry average. About half of our students are people of color, compared to the industry average of 38%. Our students come from all educational backgrounds, some with advanced degrees, some with a high school diploma, and some with their GED. Our students range in age from 18 to 61 years old, averaging out at 34 years old. We are proud of our students, we are proud of our educational partners, and we are proud of our employer partners. Now, I would like to introduce you to a few of them. So joining me on the panel today are Tonya Ellison. She is the Senior Manager of Emerging Talent in Tech for Lowe's Companies. And also we have Hope Shurba and Dahntay Choate. They both completed training with Per Scholas, one of our 12-week bootcamp training partners, and they now work as associate technology support technicians at Lowe's companies. So my first question will be to Tonya. Why did Lowe's choose to participate in the NC Tech Paths program?
Thank you, Claire. So Lowe's, everyone knows Lowe's as home improvement, but we are more than just buying your lumber and your hardware. We are positioning ourselves as a top employer who's tech-centric. So we have a new CIO, and she's has some high hopes for us and really has put a lot of things in place for Lowe's to be positioned as a tech-centric retail company. So we had a great need to expand our talent base already. And then what happened? COVID. So with our CIO and Lowe's making a huge investment into technology, really a digital transformation and overhaul in our stores on all levels of our corporate environment, we knew that we needed more talent. So COVID just exacerbated that we needed even more talent. So working with our CIO, we actually stood up a special program within Lowe's to open the doors, like you said, to expand the opportunity to have a career path in tech and taking away some of those barriers that existed. So in creating that program, and our program is called Launchpad, it's brand new. We actually just launched in May of this year. We started working with NC Tech Paths as one of our premier partners from the very beginning. And NC Tech Paths allows us to actually open the door to more talent, like we said, diversity in thought, depending on where you are demographically, geographically. We definitely don't want that to be a hindrance for people who want to enter a tech career. So we're able to work with NC Tech Paths so that we can pull on that talent. We know that there is rich talent in rural areas of North Carolina. And with this new tech hub that we have in Charlotte, we didn't want that to be a deterrent or people to think, will I have to be in the big city of Charlotte to actually have a career? And through NC Tech Paths, we can do that. We can offer that to many people.
Thank you, Tonya. And for me, I have a personal story related to Hope and Dahntay. I also changed careers and went through a 16-week software engineering program with Prescolas, which is the same training partner that trained Dahntay and Hope. And here I am working with a combination of the technical expertise and also doing professional development for learners who are going through where I have been before. So I'm sure everyone is interested to know Hope and Dahntay, and we'll start with Hope. What impact did NC Tech Paths and Lowe's have on you and your families?
Okay, so I am a family of 5, married, have 3 kids, 2 of those being teenagers, so life is pretty busy. I knew that I wanted to make a career change. At the time, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. Just having a high school diploma, obviously, if you want a degree, you need at least 2 to 4 years in college. So I was scrolling on social media and come across the NC Tech Paths ad for Prescolas and Wilkes Community College, the 3-month class that they offered, the boot camp. At the time, what better way to make that change in a hurry, more or less, 3 months. I was a bit skeptical because I've been out of school for a hot minute, a little over 20 years, so I'm like, I don't know. But they really do, you learn more than you think you do. They really have it together through professional development. They were able to help me recognize my skills, to put that on paper in a resume. They give you a lot of support through the whole thing. So within 3 months' time, I gained that knowledge. I was able to earn my CompTIA A+ certification, plus my Google IT professional certificate. And then from there, I went on to have my interview with Lowe's, and I'm now an associate technology support technician through them on the hardware team, which I absolutely love. and they're very supportive, and they have an extensive training program as well that they go through, so they make sure that you're successful in what you do. So I'm happy about that. But when you go from, making that 25 to 30 K a year salary to, 47 to say 52 a year, that's a big change. And definitely one that I'm happy about. So.
Thank you, Hope. Dahntay?
Yes, for me, I've always been a big family man. Like, I'm not very, very old yet. And I guess to say I kind of just started a family. I recently proposed to my fiance now. So yeah, thank you. And where we started was very small, very humble beginnings, to say the least. And where we just weren't making enough at the time. So we needed change, a big change at that. And I've always been interested in technology, and I didn't know where to go with that passion. But I kind of started it when I was around 16 years old or so, and I got into this web development that one of my mentors mentioned to me, Ben Gatton, and I kind of developed that passion even more so. And from there, I continued with my high school education, and eventually high school started to become a little too much for me personally, so I dropped out. And after a lot of thought and consideration, I realized I needed to pursue my education more to continue my passion. So I went back and got my GED. And after that, I started working in a factory because I was still iffy about what to do next. And eventually, I heard of Perscolis through word of mouth, of course. And going through that, it really did change everything that me and my fiance had planned for our future. Because from there, I gained friends, I gained more knowledge than I thought I ever would. And I actually, within 2 weeks after completing Perscolis' course, I got a job at a Medicare Medicaid company for IT, which was a big surprise to me because I never really thought I'd get a job that quickly. And after about 4 months or so, I got hired on by Lowe's. I went through their interview and everything like that, and they decided they wanted to take me in. And getting that salary jump from being a part-time position to full-time, like Hope said, 47 to 52,000 a year was insane for us. It definitely increased so many things for me and my fiance's life. Happiness, well-being, and of course salary. And I guess from there, through the course, Perscolis actually helped me quite a bit with personal development. They actually offered Perscolis, NC Tech Paths, and Wilkes Community College. They helped me and Hope both in getting stipends so we could focus on those courses and progress through it without having to worry as much about income. And just going through that to where I am now, only 20 years old and at a nice job, and really happy to say the least.
Thank you very much for sharing that, Dahntay. And I do want to note that this is so amazing. And one of the reasons why this partnership is so amazing is because the partnership between Wilkes Community College and NC Tech Paths, we are working in tandem. That is so amazing to have two educational entities, linking students to where they fit for whatever situation is best for their specific circumstances, and then helping those get the training they need in order to better their lives and pour more money back into the community and into the economy. Mm-hmm. So, Tonya, my next question to you would be, what has been the impact on Lowe's, and what would you like other employers to know about your experience?
Well, the partnership with NC Tech Paths is honestly a case study. It is an awesome example of how to partner with someone or an entity like NC Tech Paths to actually find the talent that you're looking for and actually have real life numbers to prove it. We have made such an impact on our workforce since May and launching this program in May. We've taken 150 different candidates through our program, some of them being through NC Tech Paths. And NC Tech Paths has delivered to us high quality candidates who are very prepared and ready for their career path. So the goal for us is to get those candidates into the program and get them on their first start to their career path. And once they're at Lowe's, they can determine which area they'd like to go. But the impact has really been phenomenal, and we're measuring that now with real numbers that we can see. Not only have we made a huge dent in the number of open positions that were available, but we've also been able to broaden that talent pool to candidates like Dahntay and Hope who aren't in the immediate Charlotte area. And the other thing that's important to us is also partnering with NC Tech Paths because we need our students, or we need our candidates, to be 100% focused on their studies and on their discipline, so that when they come to Lowe's, that they're 100% prepared and ready to focus on that as well. So your program providing the stipend was super important to us because it helps us not only meet the business needs, but to also partner and give back to our community in that way.
Okay, so Hope, my next question to you is, what would you like other participants to know?
Well, I would like for people to know that if they're second guessing it and thinking that they can't do it, they absolutely can. And that was one thing that I really liked about the program, was that they didn't, just target certain age groups, where I do see, a lot of. So anybody that is willing to put in the effort, put into them as much as they put into you, then you are going to be successful. They will help you. They're with you through the whole program and even afterwards for any support that any of the learners need.
Thank you. Dahntay?
I guess I'd like to say that it's not easy. I know that can sound a little deterring, but if you have that lust for knowledge and you have that lust for technology, you really got to push for it. You got to get into it and really focus on it. It's not something that you can just go into and say, like it's a passing class, like you're in baking. It's something that you really need to look at and try to understand and develop from that your future. And that's what I had to do just to pass it. I dropped out of high school and I was able to do it. So if you could take away anything from that, you can do it. You can really do it no matter what. There's tons of support through Perscolas and NC Tech Paths and Wilkes Community College at that. Even up to now, I've had some professional development from Perscolas leading up to it. They help with my interviews. They help me recognize the way I dress for interviews. It wasn't right at first. And they help me develop my resume. So if anything, go for it.
Awesome. Thank you. So now I would like to give a few action items that everyone in this room can take to support programs like ours. If you're an employer, partner with NC Tech Paths to tap into a new talent pipeline for IT roles. If you're a policymaker or grant maker, consider earn and learn financial support for adults looking to reskill or upskill through our great community colleges. If you are someone looking for an exciting new career in IT and don't want to leave your home county, reach out to NC Tech Paths or your local community college to find out what is available. And if you're looking to make a donation, we're happy to accept your support. Thank you all so much, and we are so honored to tell you about our stories.